Memberstack is a leading membership tool in Webflow, and now they've come to WordPress. And in this video, I'm going to show you how it all works and how to get started and set up in both Elementor and in Bricks. I built this simple site inside of Elementor to sell Notion templates, and I only use custom post types with ACF. And we're going to add a paywall to our custom post types. And this is just to give a good idea of what the possibilities are using a tool like this. Even though I built my site in Elementor, we're still going to take a look at Bricks because Bricks has a lot of compatibility. Because, fun fact, the team behind Memberstack actually fell in love with Bricks, and that's the reason why we have it now in WordPress. And real quick, in full transparency, this is a sponsored video, so we're going to be focusing on how to set it up and how it all works. That way you could decide if this is the right tool for you. But I do got to say, I took this sponsored project on because I was really interested in it. I thought it looked super cool, and I think all of you are going to be really interested in this as well. Let's start by taking a look at the end results and to see what we are going to build. This is a website to sell Notion templates. When the user clicks on the download template, they are redirected to a pricing page, which has both a monthly and a yearly plan, and these are already set up for subscriptions. We have a login and a sign up as well. So let's say I just want to sign up here. I'll use a testing email. I'll select sign up, and now I'm redirected to a thank you page. From here, you could even put your pricing cards on the thank you page. We also have our Notion library, which is really an archive that we built with ACF. And just like the individual templates, those are also behind the paywall as well with the redirect to the price cards. Now, when somebody wants to check out, they could choose their plan. And as you can see, I'm using a test account, but I do have Stripe fully connected. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'll copy that. We have our Stripe checkout page here. Let me put in our dummy information and then subscribe. And then once they subscribe, we have a redirect that takes them directly to their library where they could download everything that they purchased. And then from here, we click on download, and then we'll have our template page. Now let's take a look at how to set it all up and how we built this out. Let's start from scratch. I removed Memberstack and all the paywalls. And now we just have the website, and this is where you want to start. You do want to build your website first, have it all ready. Then you want to go over to Memberstack. This is going to be the WordPress version, and create your account. It's all going to be set up here inside of your dashboard. Now, to go through all this, I'm going to start from the very bottom. We're going to work our way up because this is how I would always start in a new tool and setting up something like this. You first want to go through your settings, and you want to walk through each one of them. Now, right here inside of our application, this is where we are going to connect our website to Memberstack. From here, I'm going to go to Memberstack ID and copy it. Let's go back over to our website, and we are going to go over to our plugin. From here, go to add plugin and search for Memberstack. And this is what we are looking for. Go ahead and install it. Then once activated, we have our option here in our sidebar. Let's select on it. And then we are going to add that app ID that we copied right here and save it. Now we're going to see our options open up. First thing you're going to want to do is go over to your add-ons and select on which builder you're using. I have mine set up for Elementor right now because this is built on Elementor, but we also got Bricks, Divi, and Gutenberg, as well as WP Forms. I do have to say this though. You can see here in the description, Bricks has more to it, and that is because the team that built this, they fell in love with Bricks. And Bricks by far is going to be the most compatible, especially if you're going to be doing something more advanced. But it is still usable and workable for sites like what I built inside of Elementor as well. We'll take a look at both. Choose your builder and save the changes. The next step, let's go back over to our dashboard. We have the option to install code. This is going to be for Webflow, and then for a custom built app, you could do it. For WordPress, we use a plugin, so you don't really need to worry about that. We can set up our notifications, set up team members. They also have auth providers. So by default, we already got Google set up good to go. You could connect any of these for logging in, signing up. You just got to set them up through the developer accounts for each one of these platforms. And then we got Stripe. They do have several options inside of here. Take your time to go through all of those. We have emails as well. They have their SSO integration and webhooks. And for anybody that's big on automations and integrations, you know how important this all is. You have your event log, so you can come in and see exactly what's happening on your membership website. The community and components. So this is still new inside of WordPress. Keep that in mind. It's been with Webflow for quite some time and built out. But you can see they've already started building templates for bricks that you could download and upload. And it would be awesome to see this grow right here. And then we got the conversions, but this is in beta. I didn't really go into it. But really, what we need to focus on is going to be our plans and gated content. This is where we're going to be setting the rest of our membership site up. First, let's start off with plans. I already got a few of them. I created an annual plan that is a subscription. We have gated content option where we could put gated content directly into Memberstack, but we're not going to do that. We're going to use a different method. But since these are set up, let me set up a new plan. I'm going to go over here to add a plan. I'm going to choose a free plan. Let's go to next. I'm going to call this one LTD. Next, I'm going to go to create plan. And now I have a new plan. And from here, I could go over to my price and create a price for this. I'm just going to call this one LTD. I am going to make this a one-time payment, and I'm going to make this one $1,000 right here. So there we go. We created the price. And now the LTD is connected to that price. Let's go back. Okay. Let's go to our gated content. We don't need to do anything here. In the redirect, so we could set this up, say somebody does make a purchase. I want to redirect them to the library. Let me remove this / and I'll go ahead and save that. And then we have some advanced options as well. You got sign up rules, plan logics. So you could go a whole lot deeper in this. But let's go ahead and keep it simple. You're going to see right here this button come up, install and publish, and I'll show you how to use this. But this is where the data attributes come in. We are connecting everything with data attributes, and this is what makes it different from other membership plugins out there. This is what makes it really lightweight and scalable and flexible. We could also add another plan and make a free plan as well. And the free plan, I can see this being super useful if your website is focused on lead generation. Maybe you want to build your email list. Maybe you're creating a lot of content on your blog and putting out a lot of tutorials. Well, you want to make sure that, you're building something from it, like you're putting all that time and effort into it. You could create a free plan, and all people need to do is to sign up in order to get your tutorials. In the process, you are building your newsletter list. You can set everything up with automations, but these are just ideas that come to my mind in ways where this is super, super useful. And I think we all should be thinking this way as far as how can we grow, how can we offer value, and how can we also monetize and build our businesses around it. Now, let's go over to gated content, and we need to select on what are we going to put behind that paywall and connect it to that paywall. It's quite simple. Let's just go choose gated content. We are going to create an item. This one is going to be, I'm just going to call this one premium templates. Let's save that. Let's do some editing. So we could grant access to all members or just members on specific plans. Let's choose all of the plans right here. So anybody signed up, they're going to get access. But now we need to set up our restricted URL. So let's add one. And since I'm using custom post types, I have the custom post type inside of the URL. And that is going to be Notion templates. So now every URL that has this in it is going to be hidden behind the paywall. And if they go to it and they haven't subscribed or paid for it, then we're going to create the denied URL. And for this one, I'm going to put pricing. Let's go ahead and save this and let's go test it out. And we'll go to one of our templates. And then we land on the pricing page. It just redirected us. Now let's go to the front end of our site and plug in exactly what we need so people could log in, they could sign up, and that they could check out. The first thing we got to do is put in a login and sign up. So from here, I am going to a login page that I made, and I am going to edit with Elementor. I am using the nested tabs right here. So I could put in both forms just into one space, makes it really easy. Let me go to login first. I'm going to select on plus. And if we go all the way down, we can see Memberstack has its own widgets for Elementor. Let's jump over to Bricks really quick and let me show you, because we're going to do the same thing over here. We'll go down to plus, and down here, Memberstack has some elements inside of Bricks. Let's take a look here. All we got to do is go in and add the form. And from here, inside of the Memberstack form, we could go to content. We could choose to make this a login, a sign up, and we could also do our profile, forget and reset password. So this is really flexible, as well as the fields. We could go a lot deeper. You could create custom fields as well in the back end of your accounts. When you have your members, you can see custom fields. So you could build out a more robust database. And that really is the logic behind Memberstack that I found. It is about building out your own system, having all the tools that you need without having to do a lot of complex development work. Let's jump back over here to Elementor, and we are going to put in our login. I'm going to click on my sign up, go back over here. Let's go ahead and drop in our sign up. And from here, we could do several different things. We got our redirects. We could put in our title, which I would. It just makes it easier for the user to know if they are on the right form. We could also put in our default plan with the plan ID, and then we are going to put it on update. I'll explain more about that in a moment when we set up our pricing cards. From here, we could choose to have a password or not, but then we could also enable our social signups. So we got Google. You could put more signups as well if you want to set them up. And then again, on the form fields, we have that same flexibility for custom fields that we could connect with our member data. We also got all the styling options, but we're just going to move forward. I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Let's go ahead and give it a try. And I'm going to go to sign up. Let's go ahead and just add some stuff in here. And it worked. Now let's go back over to our accounts. Let me close this, over to members, and I am going to refresh this. And now we can see the new account started right here. But as you can see here, I don't have a plan. So let's set up our price cards and get my new account signed up. I'm going to go here to my pricing page, edit with Elementor. And then I am going to add a new section. Let's go ahead and choose the double column here. I am going to give some padding. I'm just going to go really quick. And then from here, let's go to our elements, and you can see we have our Memberstack plan card. We're going to drop that in here. And then from here, we would just edit the content. So this is going to be my monthly plan. We'll put the plan type to paid plan. The price is going to be, I believe, $12 a month. And then we are going to add a plan or update a plan. So what you want to do for these most of the time is put update a plan. If you put add a plan and you're selling subscriptions, that is going to allow the user to purchase multiple subscriptions. But since we're going to have a monthly plan and an annual plan, you just want to give the update option. So if somebody wants to update from a monthly to an annual, they could do that and not get stuck paying two plans. So definitely let's select on update plan. Now we need to connect this price card to our plan that we set up inside of Memberstack. And you're going to do that by going back over to your plans, find the plan. This one's going to be my monthly plan. And then I'm going to go to install and publish. For this, all I need to get is the ID. Now, if we were going to use like a button inside of Bricks, which I am going to do in a moment, then we're going to be also using the data attributes. And you want to make sure that you are matching this to what you choose, which is the update or add. Since we are using update, we will get this, head back over, and then right here inside of the plan price ID, we're going to paste that in there. Let's go ahead and publish this. Take a look in the front end, select on get started, And now you can see we are working. The paywall is working. I'm going to go ahead and actually check out here. And then I am going to subscribe. And there we go. It all went through. Let's go over to our template library and we should be able to access everything without a problem. We're all good. Let's go back over here to our dashboard. Let's close this down. Let's go back over to members, refresh this, and we should be able to see, yep, I am on a plan here. It is active. So that is the basics of getting started. Now, we could take it a step further and fully customize everything really. And let me show just a few more things taking a look at bricks. I created a simple page, and if we go over to our dynamic data, well, we can see here on the bottom, we have all these different inputs that we could put in. All this works inside of the loop builder as well. So I could put member ID, which I did sign up for already, just practicing, but you can see it pulls out that data here. This is where a lot of the power shines, and this is why I said you could do a lot more inside of bricks, including, check this out. Let's go up over here. Let's drop in a button. And then inside of this button, we are going to go down to our attributes and add one. I'm going to go back over here to my plans, and I am going to grab this LTD, install, and I'm going to grab this data attribute. We're going to put it right here underneath the name. And then I am going to do the same here with the ID. And we're going to put this inside of the value. Now from here, let's go back over to content. I am just going to put a hashtag. So I'll put custom URL with a hashtag. Let's go ahead and save this. Take a look at it in the front end. And now we could use a regular button element inside of bricks and turn it into our checkout. So with bricks, we could do a lot more as far as custom building our membership sites the way that we want. It just has a whole lot more flexibility, but we saw inside of Elementor, it's a very quick and easy way to get started. If you want to give it a try, the details are inside the description of the video. Use a coupon code Lytbox so that way you could get a cool discount. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Memberstack? Have you experienced using it inside of Webflow? Is this something you could see using for yourself or for a client? Do you have any questions? Drop it all inside of the comments. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.